right, let's take a look at the X choke from the mount. There's multiple ways to do the X choke from the mount. For functional purposes and for the base of this video, I'm gonna show the palm up, palm over, okay? So how we wanna do this is a lot of times, if you stay centered with your opponent, it's gonna make it very easy for them to sweep you or bridge and roll you, right? Especially if I sit here and I stay centered and I put my hand in the collar, it's gonna be very easy for him to just hook my foot and go, okay? So what we wanna do is we want to prep the collar and still have good positional control. So if I'm hanging up like this and his collars are down here, I'm gonna open it up like I was saying in our previous videos in the guard, is you grab kind of middle of the gi and you're gonna open. And what I'm gonna do is put my hand here, just like a baseball bat grip, but I'm gonna slide my hand up, all right? So you could do that from up here, or two, as I get bucked forward, see I'm center line, I don't wanna be center line, so I kind of come off to the angle, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I come over here and I'm gonna kind of post my hand, take my hand here, and I'm gonna prep his collar a little bit, and I'm gonna come around and feed my hand in, okay? Because I wanna keep this angle, because if I stay centered to him, he's just gonna roll me. So as I start to get this angle from here, all right, what I wanna start thinking about is keeping some pressure. So I got my pressure here, and once I get my hand in a collar, I'm gonna start getting as tight as I can, and I'm already gonna start my my cinch. Because this right here makes it hard for him to turn into me. See right there? Okay, but if I'm like this, see how he could turn into me? And he could start to do that. He could start to bring his head over, start slinging. He brings his head over, boom, there's his bridge and roll. See it? So bring your head over, whap, bridge and roll, boom, see I'm done. So by doing this, keeping my cinch here, right to there, and knuckles down, and I got my pressure. Then from here, I'm gonna go when I wanna go. The other thing that I'm gonna do, once I'm doing this, is I'm gonna start dropping my elbow on his chest. And I'm gonna keep my weight tough. As I start coming all the way over the clock to here to prevent, and I'm dropping my hips to make it very hard for him to sprawl, I'm gonna place my head down. I'm gonna pull my elbow in, start pushing his head the other way to make it hard for him to bridge into me. And I'm turning his head. See here, if I turn his head, try to bridge into me. Very hard, okay? Still using my head to counterbalance. But I'm here, I use my head, I start pushing his head away to open up his neck. Boom, I start sliding in until I capture what I want. Then from here, I'm gonna start bringing, once I capture here, I'm gonna bring my head back over to the other side. Now what's gonna happen is once I hit this right to here, I'm cinching. As I start to slingshot my head back over this way, this arm is gonna start to kind of pull indirectly. So I'm here, wrist, boom, over the top, place the head, push the head, slide up, capture. I'm just gonna get a little grip. I cinch. Now, as I start to rub my head, boom, there's the tap, okay? Is there fear of still being rolled? Of course there is. No risk, no reward, okay? So first, let's do this a couple more times. If I'm up like this, I can open him up, pull my hand in the collar. I've never had any success with this because you want to counterbalance, but usually if I'm sitting on somebody's hips, they're bucking or they're pushing me back. So what I try to do is, if I get to the mount, open this guy up, put my belly down, come through, get my hand in, start hitting him with that wrist, and keep riding him for a second. Start dropping this elbow, come over the top, place your head, push his head, come in, grip. And once you get to here, all I'm gonna do is I keep my hips strong and long, and I just start rotating back until I get my choke. If I am here and he does roll me, it's fine. Push him over and keep cinching, okay? So that's gonna be your X choke from the mount, just palm up, palm down. Are there tons of more variables? Of course there are. There's always good ones. Lay down for 1 second just so we can see some other ideas. a lot of times too, as I'm on the mount, his hands are prayer position, and as I'm coming down, I might be pushing arms out for this. And as this starts to happen, I'll start putting my hand in the collar, like that. Or two, as I start to do this right to here, and I come out, I got my cinch, I might start putting, and I might start doing this. And I might start sliding up for my arm bar. And once I touch this, okay, what he does is he's going to swing his legs that way and pull his head away from me. Boom, he does that. Now I come down for the choke. I got my position, and it's already cinched. On this one, since I'm already up, I just drop and pull, just like that. So those are going to be variables that come into play. I don't want to just give you a move and not show you some variables. So there's ways, and you're going to be working the move as you get higher in conjunction with another move. The move for today is just the coordination of the move. And it's failure, which means you could be bridge and rolled. But as you start to see tactics, and you say, oh, I want to put my hand in the collar and grab the Americana at the same time. Or I put my hand in the collar, they grab my arm. That now feeds me to an arm bar. I can start attacking the arm bar. When I pull his arm, he pulls it back, then I start choking him. And you start to put moves together, and that's really the idea later down the road.